All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What's up? How's everyone doing? Are we doing okay? As the internet said, Gen C a problem. But we haven't even seen Gen E and they extreme echo brain rot. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Aren't you kinda Gen Z, Angel Dog? Aren't you doing good? In case you don't know, the window is up. I've just seen it. I don't know why this is. Okay. I know why. Okay. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. It should be fine on the live screen. Oh my god. Please. Okay. Okay. I feel like collapse any moment. Nah, I'm Gen B. Bronze brain rot. Okay. Okay, that's fair. It's fine. Brain rot everywhere. Gooning and brain rot. Cheers. I would say without further ado, I'm just gonna put up what y'all here for. It's called Echo. I've never heard of it before. I think it's a visual novel. I don't think it is, you know. But we'll find out. We'll find out. Oh god, I'm such a joker. Okay. Because you just I'm Gen B, busy constantly. Hey, is it the good kind of busy or the bad kind of busy? That's what I ask myself. See, the chat works here. There we go, and it's perfectly angled. Oh, yeah. I even made a kind of like overlay for this one. So, a special overlay. So, yeah, I'll see most of the screen. And I should probably put up the music. Okay, here we go. Okay. And, yeah. Doing alright, except the weather is bloody hot. Damn. Bloody hot weather. It's 28 degrees here, so it's still bearable. But we'll see if that keeps for the next few days. So, yeah. Okay. Last time, we stopped at the big decision. This is where I just, like, get everybody in on the action, right? So, we are choosing path now. We can go and find TJ. We can go after Flynn. We can follow Jenna and Leo. Or we can sit with Carl. I'd vote Leo, I think. The last stream you talk about sleepover stuff. Got pretty nostalgic vibe, though I never experienced it. Yeah. It's just a thing that we basically did here. So Leo, I'm currently thinking between Leo or Jenna and Leo or Carl. That's basically my thing. I'm gonna keep TJ and Flynn for later. I'll probably go for Jenna and Leo at this point. Because I kind of wanna know what this Mexican little rascal is up to, because I know Leo is up to no good. And we are going to see if whatever happens, right? So I'm going with this route, and I'll probably go directly after Leo first. And I think that is probably the best idea. And after that we do Carl, and then we do Jenna, and then TJ, and then Flynn. That's basically how I mapped it out in my brain. So I might divert from that though. Depends. And we are going for Leo first. I watched Jenna's tail disappear through the sage bush. They are headed down the same trail that I used to get to Emma Lake and to Lake Emma. TJ! TJ did seem to head off in that direction while we were fighting, though I can't imagine he'd go to the lake. I should go with them to help find the lynx. The little lynx boy. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say something before we continue. Thank you for 900. I've seen it. I've noticed it. Thank you. Probably should make this a more grander celebration, but we reached 900 subscriber within a little over a year. I consider my starting point on YouTube the day when I uploaded my Polydog Patrol video. That was in April last year, so we are doing pretty good. We actually are doing pretty good. I'm gonna oh yeah, I did a poll. I don't know how long it's still running, but if you go to the community tab and look at the poll, you can vote something. That's the other thing. Okay. Yeah. That's all. I'm also a little worried about Leo. It's been a long time since I've seen him that pissed. Leo has like anger management issues. Leo is a bit of a, you know, he needs to breathe. When I get there, I find Leo leaning back with his rear up against a big boulder to the shore. Burrito. Bittersweet memories flood in. That rock is almost as much a staple of my childhood as the actual lake is. It's weird like that. Every memory I have of this place is dreamy and golden tinged, but always has a hint of sadness about it, no matter what the situation was. Jenna's standing in front of Leo, her arms folded as she talks to him. I can't imagine that's how Jenna. I also can I just say something? I found it interesting, like Leo, Jenna, and the main character, whose name I just forgot for some reason. But we'll get there again. Are the OG friend group. Chase, thank you. Chase, Jenna, and Leo are the OG friends of the group. And it's interesting that you can't select, like when you go after Leo and Jenna, you can select them individually like you could every other person. But basically this starts as the OG friend group, the original trio, out this path. So that this is something I find interesting. Maybe it has something to mean or not, but I noticed. I can't see his face, but his posture is sagging and his ears are down. Looking way older than he actually is. He looks like me. I stand back for a while, feeling awkward about intervening at this point. Leo occasionally shakes his head, then takes out his phone to look at it. I can see Jenna's getting annoyed, but then she says something and Leo turns his head to look back at me. I seize up for a second, but Jenna is beckoning me with her paw while Leo isn't looking. I start stumbling over the rocks towards them as Leo looks back down at the phone and Jenna starts walking towards me. Just talk to him, he'll listen to you. Okay. This is probably where the path splits again. Either we stay with Jenna or we go to Leo. And as I said, Leo is the first one. I want to know what he's up to. So let's get with Leo. She passes by me, going back towards the trail. You're thinking like a clear sky. Sure, he'll probably listen to me, but I have no idea what I should say. I mean, I have a suggestion what you could do, Chase, but it might also not be the right time for it. The rocks are actually hard to navigate, especially when you don't have any protection for your feet. I'm almost to the boulder when my foot catches on an edge of rock and I yelp and fall forward, knees first into the sharp rocks. Ow! Ah! Pain shoots up my leg and my eye clenched shut as I cringe silently. Shit, you alright? I look up and see Leo looking down at me, his ears up, now at the sound of my fall. Yeah, that must have hurt. Yeah, fine. Leo frowns and reaches over with a paw, which I grab onto and pull myself up with. I make my way around him, being a little more careful about where I put my feet as I position myself next to him against the boulder. I put both my paws behind myself and heave myself up on top of the boulder, letting my legs dangle over the side. Ugh, I'm so damn clumsy. You're an otter. Wow, asshole. I say chokingly, but Leo's not really smiling. Instead, he sticks a paw back into his pocket and pulls out a slightly flat-looking cigarette. I give a start and stare. I shouldn't be surprised. I could smell it on him when I first got here. It's just that I'm not used to seeing him do that. He started right after I left. I'm so clumsy, Orca said, with an old man voice. Oops! I dropped my soap. I'm so clumsy. Jay's falling down, counter 1. Yes. He pulls out a lighter, lights it, takes a drag, then blows the smoke out the side of his muzzle, away from me. You're meant to swim, not to walk on rocks. I mean, technically Carl is built for that, and he's still falling down all the time. Chasing it, counter 1. I think that's because Flint's always tripping him with his tail. Speaking of Carl, grunting, I leave over sideways and look at the side of the boulder. I find what I'm looking for instantly, a series of chips and scratches outlining the rough figure of a canine with a long cape and an ass on his chest. No, I will not take credit for this. Oreo did it first. Ha! Still here. Right. Accidentally clicked the backlog. Carl's drawing? Shit, I forgot about that. Never finished it, did he? Nah. But it's pretty good. Remember how Superwolf was the only thing he talked about that summer? Superwolf, huh? Hehe. Yeah, and the movie wasn't even that good. You loved it though. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I guess that's all that really mattered. Just to know, which of us is Leo? Angel Dog is Leo. Can't wait for that bowl of ice cream. Leo grimaces and reaches over my knees. I wince and look down as he puts his thumb and index around a cut that I hadn't noticed until now. Oh, blood is oozing through the fur and leaking down my shin. Ow. I've been there. Like, cuts on the knees are really fucking bad. We'll need to clean that out. Yes. I'm the only here that has that other symptoms. Yikes. I shrug. It's not a big deal. Nah, we'll stop at the convenience store and get some peroxide. There's some nasty shit around this lake. It's fine, seriously. Dude, shut the fuck up and let him do this. Because sepsis, you will not want to have sepsis. Just to be safe. Congrats, you're injured at the start of a psychological horror game. This can only mean good things. Yeah, I get sepsis and die. I smirk. Safe? Like this? I reach up and grab the cigarette dangling from his lips. Like, can I just go off on a side tangent real quick? I know it's kind of cringe, but like, sepsis is something that not enough people talk about. How fucking horrific this actually is. Like, if you get sepsis, you are fucked for a few years afterwards until your body readjusts. I can tell you that. What is that? It's basically a entire bacterial infection of your body, like your entire body. So bacteria gets in your bloodstream and it gets transported through your entire body. So everything in your fucking body gets infected, essentially. Yeah, that doesn't only suck, it gets really bad. Like, it can really get bad. I work as medical coder, it can get bad, yeah. And this is like wildfire. I feel like not enough people talk about how bad it can get, because it's a, how do I say it? It's rather hard to really get it. But once you have it, you're fucking running on borrowed time if you don't notice it right well enough. Hey, Crumb. He's quick though, and whips his head away before taking it out of his muzzle. Hey, don't hate me. What the fuck are you smoking? His ears fall flat again and he glares. Why the fuck do you care? Something you never understand and sympathize with until it happens to you. Or somebody that is close to you, obviously. But yeah, it's true. He spits that out with so much venom that I lean away from him, eyes wide. Probably because you care for me, Chase? He never talked to me like that before, and I was joking too. What? Leo quickly looks away and doesn't say anything. I stare at his face for a while, watch his eyes flicker.
I found some
no! Jesus fucking dude. Siri, fuck off. Where was I? What was it? It was Siri! Siri is talking. Like, if I read visual novels, it gets... Yeah. It's 3, exactly. We're at 3. The most annoying roommate in the world. Yeah, but because it just mishears everything. I'm gonna be honest. I find it useful when I work or when I do other stuff, but I find it utterly annoying when I'm streaming. Leo quickly looks away and doesn't say anything. I stare at his face for a while, watch his eyes flick around as he just shakes his head. You still mad at me? We talked. Of course I'm still mad, Chase. Talking doesn't just fix 3 years. All the progress I thought we made on Saturday was just an illusion. Leo's as upset as he'd always been about what happened. Yeah, you think you just... Leo, like... Oh my god. Leo has anger management issues. That's what I said earlier. He can't just leave the past in the past. But I also don't know how the breakup happened, so... Who am I to talk? I mean, then Leo might have every right to be very angry at Chase. And Chase needs to apologize, maybe. I don't know what you want me to say. What do you want me to say, Leo? That I was wrong to leave? That I should have stayed here? No, leaving me in the dark would have been a good start. Not leaving me in the dark would have been a good start. Yeah, I fucked that up, but it happened. And I can't fix that. What do you want to happen now? Leo stretches his arms out to either side in one giant shrug. I don't know. This is already familiar. 1,000 past fights flash through my mind. Did we ever agree on anything? I mean, that sucks too if you constantly fight with your partner, though. I slide off the boulder and Leo snaps his muzzle towards me, probably thinking I'm gonna leave. Instead, I lean one paw against the rock as I turn to glare at him. I feel better yelling at someone standing. Feels better yelling at someone standing up rather than sitting down. Oh, I know exactly what you want. Oh, do you? You just want me to drop everything and come back here, back to Echo. When did I ever ask you to drop anything? I just want to know if you're coming back. How am I supposed to know that? Why can't you plan ahead farther than next week? I swear, it's always like this with you. I think Chase has commitment issues. Like, just tell him. Just tell him. I will come back or I won't come back. This is a binary answer. Just tell him. You have to live with the consequences. And you don't want to live with the consequences, Chase. Is that it, yeah? Is that it? You don't want to live with the consequences. I bet my left testicle. Chase couldn't see Leo fucking another guy. Maybe I'm wrong. And let out an exasperated laugh. I'm 21. I don't fucking know anything about anything. How should I know what I want? Ah, youth. Well, I'm here. Don't you want to come back and live with me? We always planned for it. Thank you for your donation, Orko. Take your. His voice softens and I pause, thinking about it right now. It is something I would want. It's just... Its echoes so bad that its negatives outweigh my benefits. I mean... I gesture at the town in the distance, looking as shitty and rusted as ever. Then to the lake, looking as shitty and as murky as ever. Yes, Leo, it is not enough. Then to the desert around us, looking as shitty and as dry as ever. I feel like that Chase doesn't want to be here. I don't know how I come to that conclusion, but like, there's like a sense of him not liking his environment right now. I let the scenery speak for itself. What makes you think that? I don't know. I don't know, Wildfire. Like, it's a hunch I have, you know? You yourself once told me I'm a very observant person. I'm so sorry. Chase, I don't like this place on stream 1. So yeah, I don't like it here. Leo rolls his eyes. Puchika, Otter, I'm starting to think You just want an excuse to not be around me. I'm starting to think that I'm starting to think that what Flynn said was true. Okay, I don't know this Spanish line. He looks straight at me, his eyes narrowing over his muzzle, his nostrils flaring. What? I'm not obsessed with you. I just miss everyone, that's all. Is that wrong? I think, Leo, you have also issues. It's not just Chase who has commitment issues, but I feel like you have attachment issues. I go quiet for a while and turn back. Puchica means something like damn. Go quiet for a while and turn to look back over the lake, squinting at the bright reflective flashes of light. It can be. But then, I don't even know if he's telling the truth. He'd never say whether or not this whole thing he'd planned was just for me. He doesn't say anything, and we just sit there for a while. Even for a wolf, this whole sticking together thing is a little intense. He'd brought us together at the very beginning, sure, but after Sydney it was on a whole different level. He'd barely ever let us leave his side. I'm still like, I know something happened to Sydney. I'm very aware of that. But what I don't know is like, what's the relationship between everyone to Sydney? Because is Sydney like the brother of like maybe Chase, or is it like another kind of relative? Or is it, I don't know. We'll see. I think Sydney is also an otter. Could that be? They get into it in other routes. Okay. They get into it in other routes. That's when I noticed a dark figure across the lake walking on the side of the road. It's Flynn and he's heading back to Echo. He's an otter, that's all I could tell you. Probably seen him in my art anyways, could be. I can see that Leo spotted him too. His ears and eyes following him. But he doesn't say anything. Finally I speak up. So, is what he said about me true? No. He says it quietly, but the answer's instant. Really? Leo takes another drag on the cigarette. Weirdly enough, I actually kind of like the smell of the smoke. I think his problem with you is that you don't act like you used to as a kid or teenager. He's told me before. Another loud wrong beep. If only there was a room full of it. I mean, you used to be a snarky motherfucker. Even more than you are now. My stomach sinks. Yeah? Yeah. You grew up, mellowed out. A smoke room, if you would. Oh! Oh, I see what you did there. Again, my insides twist and I don't trust myself to speak right then. Leo gets the wrong idea and smiles, putting his arm around me and pulling me up to his side. What he said about everyone was total bullshit, especially Jenna. His whole family mantra did have its limits. The fact that Leo is so defensive of Jenna's decision to leave her family shows what a piece of shit they really are. I'm just glad that he's changed the subject though. Leaning my head on his shoulder, I let his hold comfort me. He was still watching Flynn. Pooh, chica! I can't fucking believe he did this now. Idiot. Idiot! Leo shouts it loud across the lake. If I could, I'd lower my ears like a Kia 9. I see the small figure that is Flynn turn around and look back at us. He stays like that for a while. It looks like he's examining us. Fire is doing that move, throwing you a letter with 2 U's. And you can only see 1 use. Finally, he turns back around and keeps going towards Echo. Fucking idiot. How the hell am I gonna go ahead with what I planned this week? It was past. Flynn would have his blow up, then get over it, and so would we. Can't wait when you're done with this game and preview old meme. We will go bursting out laughing crazy. But this time really did feel different. It was like he'd been chipping away at our group for years, and finally this is what broke it into pieces. Now there's no putting things back together. Maybe it would have been better if we didn't come here. It's sort of my fault. Nope, it's Flynn's fault. Stupid to blame yourself. I don't know. We always had problems. Probably would have been better to just leave things as they were. No, Jesus, why does everyone act like this whole thing, Echo, our friendship, is some kind of horrible tragedy? It hasn't been exactly a walk in the park. Life isn't a walk in the park. This is where we come from. Find some good in it instead of bitching about everything. It could be so much worse. My parents told me stories about their hometown. And compared to what I was born, this isn't shit. He huffs out smoke through his nose, not bothering to blow it away from me this time. I'm engulfed in the smell of tobacco. Sweats in game genre. I mean, not to be an asshole, but you gringos have it easy. My mom got a cell phone almost every month. My mom got a phone call almost every month telling her they'd kill my dad just because they had money. Leo's always been good at making me feel like a spoiled brat. I'm sorry. His arms tighten around me and I turn my head to rub my nose into his chest. I can smell his musk under the heavy deodorant. It's a familiar smell I like. Don't be. I mean, we all play our cards, right? But try to have a little more perspective. He leans his chin on top of my head. I feel like we should have some boundaries, since we are not exactly a couple anymore, but this feels right. Just fuck each other, for fuck's sake. Just like go fucking ham between the rocks. Just get ass pounded. My god, the fucking sexual energy between those two is like palpable. I love this town and I love you guys. I just want things to work out and not lose touch. We had something really special. Oh, giving bad advice for the first time. Maybe. Who knows? You're such a wolf. Thanks. I lay a paw on his thigh and rub it slowly, thinking. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, though. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily bad advice. It's neutral advice and it depends what they do with it. But in the end, you might be right. It's it might be in this case bad advice with the two and how they're acting. I'm just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, is there really no way you could leave with me? It would make things so much easier. Please don't ask that. I can't leave them. I could never do that. You know this. To Leo, never get close. Keep playing, you will see. Yeah, of course I will keep playing. I'm just musing, you know? That's part of the fun, isn't it? Of course I did. We've argued about it over 100 times. I squeeze his thigh. The tension. Oh my god. So, are you still mad at me? I listen to Leo breathe in deep. This little shit. Look at this. Look at this fucking little shit. He's like. He's like. Oh my god. Healthiest scene in the game. I listen to Leo's breathing. I listen to Leo breathing deeply. My head rising with my head rising with his chest. No, Otter, I'm not mad. We just have a lot of things to figure out, but we will. I guess that's as good as a place as any to leave it off. So I move on to another subject. So now that Flint's fucked up the trip, what do we do next? We'll work something out, yeah, indeed. He hasn't. We'll fix this. Just gotta get that dumbass to apologize. I feel like Flynn won't apologize. I have the sinking feeling he won't. Or maybe he does. I don't know. But once I do, we have a birthday party to plan. Raise my brows in surprise. It was anyone's birthday anytime soon. Huh? Whose birthday? Carl's. Carl? His birthday wasn't until the end of April. Literally a month away. I'm sorry, it's so hard not to. It's all good. It's early, really early. You know, I'm kind of limited here on ideas of what we can do. We'll work something out. I guess that makes sense. So when's that gonna be? Wednesday. We need to buy the stuff tomorrow. And I have the day off. Leo looks at his phone again. Speaking of which, I need to drive you guys back so I can get back to work. Well, alright, I'm not doing much else tomorrow. I should be working on the project, but I've got plenty of time. Leo slides off the boulder and turns back to me. I'll ask Tanner and... I really said Tanner. I really combined Jenna and TJ. I'll ask Jenna and TJ too. I'll let Flint cool off for a day. At this point, I feel like Echo is just Inside Out movie. I've never seen Inside Out 2. Do you know where TJ went? Yeah, he just texted me that he wanted to be left alone, which I understand. I get off the boulder as well, and Leo reaches a paw out to me. And this time, watch where you're walking. Hold on to me. That is interesting. Leo, lust, Flynn, anger. I was like, those are the devil and 7 deadly sins, and then you started with hope, focus, meth, and tripping, but like it would be more like lust, anger. I can't really put TJ into a deadly sin and Jenna not. Carl is like sloth, and Chase would be TJ would be sloth. Carl too. Yeah. Basically emotion, like I feel like all the characters in the cast is one emotion. Yeah, I got that now too. That was a Inside Out reference. I went completely biblical. Like the moment that this is the fun part, and why I like people being different and think differently, because it's like we all came like together and everyone had like a different idea of what we would mean, and it's fun. It's fun. Jenna would be pride. Yeah, that's true. But it feels like we're focusing on this. Yeah. That's probably a good idea. Tuesday. Peyton Mall is tiny compared to the one in Pueblo where I go to school. This dude, I swear. It's only got 1 floor and maybe 20 stores. I don't know. Yeah, I know this is set in America, but like if you have where I live a mall with 1 floor and 20 stores, that's like big. It's not like that malls aren't completely another thing here, but I feel like if you have like a mall with 1 store with 1 floor and 20 stores, you are already in the bigger territory. I know America is like completely different. There's like malls with like, I don't know, 50 million stories and 1 trillion stores in them. Isn't the mall of... Okay, I'm hyper-focused on this, sorry. Hey, you're fine. Flynn Roth, Jenna Pride, Jace, Greed, Envy, TJ Sloth, Carl Gluttony, and Leo Lust. I love that you did that though, Wildfire. That is fucking cool as hell. It's only got 1 floor and maybe 20 stores. Leo, Ross, Lust, Envy, TJ Gloom, Jenna, Pride, Roth, Flynn. Oh, I slowed it for you. Oh, Leo, Envy, and Chase Lust. Huh. Still, it wasn't a bad place to hang out back when I was in high school, mostly because it had a movie theater. Oh. My dog just scared the fucking shit out of me. Oh my god. I almost died. I think I got a heart attack. Sorry, I was raised under these words my whole life. Under the 7 deadly sins. A person could always have more than 1 sin, you know? Yeah. Of course. Now you know why my name is Sindo. What happened, Orca? Wildfire is TJ, damn. What happened? I have noise cancelling headphones, so I don't hear shit. And my dog came into my room, and he's a very small dog. He's a Chihuahua. and I didn't hear him or didn't see him. And he booped my leg with his nose. And I felt like, I mean, the nose, a dog's nose is wet, as you know, and I was like, what is this wet stuff? And it was him, and I was like, oh my god, fucking hell. I almost quit living there for a second. I cursed too much to be TJ. Orca didn't even get to the horror part yet and already nearly on deathbed. Was low. Hey, I didn't expect it, okay? But it's kind of cute. He came here and booped me with the nose. So where do you guys want to go first? First, we only need to go to one. You sure? I mean, maybe we should help him branch out. He knows what he likes, it's fine. Well, alright, lasers it is. Lasers! It's one of those kinds of store where it looks like a radioactive cloud. Jeez, don't have it. It's my kind of line. A radioactive cloud just on everything. The best birthday gift, a job opportunity, maybe a college application sent without his permission. Lasers, yeah, we're a radioactive cloud just everywhere. Freaking hate you, Leo. Freaking hate you, Leo. Oh no, that is wildfire. That is a fucked up birthday gift, honestly. Ha! Well, there is a lot of weird porn here. Think Carl would like that? I'm not really sure what Carl's into when it comes to that. I'm pretty sure Carl is bisexual. I would bet my left testicle on that. I think it's never confirmed, but Carl is like, I think he likes to eat pussy and suck a dick. I think he is kinda that. Carl and his worn out underwear. I think he likes the paws, honestly. Why don't I just box up my foot and put a bow on it then? Oh my. Oh, Orko, you only have one left. Only one? Okay. Porn? Really? Let's stick to comic books. We both look at him. TJ, of course, the good Christian TJ. He's like, no porn, guys. God is watching me beat off every night. Everything okay, TJ? TJ been a bit of a mood ever since he woke up this morning. Well, no shit, he got fucking shat on yesterday. He didn't talk the whole drive here. They're just browsing through his phone. He's just salty that he isn't roasting on the trail right now. No, this is fine. I'm fine, guys. He just smiles to show us how fine he is. Never seen a more fake smile in my entire life, TJ. Yeah, sure. Well, Leo's driving us up halfway after this. So we are still going to get our self-barbecue. Oh no, I might be TJ. You don't have to go if you don't want. I don't know if would be very fun if you were upset the whole time. I think I would be a Carl. I think of all the Echo characters so far, I'm the Carl in the group. Fire, I can't contain myself. Fire, I want to tell him about Carl's secret VR chat avatar. No, you don't. You know the Echo Route 65. No. We don't spoil stuff. You need to keep it in. You don't have to go if you don't want. I don't know if would be very fun if you were upset the whole time. At this point, Leo turns to me smiling. I'm about to explode. Mention it with a bunch of other letters around it. You're going with them? In this fur on these legs? I lift a foot for him. No, it's over 90 degrees today. Yeah, best leave it to the land mammals. So, Leo claps his paws loudly together. Let's split up and pick something out. I think it'll be fine if we keep it under 20 bucks. As everyone wanders off to I look around. I'm not sure what I should get him. He doesn't get excited about much unless one of his comic books is being turned into a movie. Interesting. Get a choice. Do I look at comic books or do I look at action figures? I would... I suspect Jenna's face is tracing from Leo's face with a smirk. I'm gonna go with the action figures. I move further towards the back of the store to the action figures where TJ is. Dead. He's turning over a Tommy gun in his paw, his ears down. I walk next to him, pretending to look over the wall. Find anything interesting? TJ shrugs, pulling the trigger on the gun a few times. It's definitely a weird looking gun. It's pink and the muzzle is perfectly round. The end tapered. That's when I realize it's a penis water. Oh my god. You said it's a fucking Tommy gun. There's a fucking difference between a fucking penis water gun and a fucking Tommy gun. Dad, oi Orco didn't know. Careful fire. Sorry, I thought he knew. Oh no, I didn't see it. He deleted the message. Wildfire deleted the message. I didn't see it. Wildfire, you're in luck. I didn't see whatever you wrote. Phew. I'm alright, just a little tired. Do not look at the video. I never look at my bots. Never, actually. Anyway, PP gun. He looks over at me. His brows raised. You feeling better after yesterday, though? Yeah, but just wish it hadn't happened. Of course. Hehe, PP gun. We're so doomed. So you're not going with me and Jenna on the hike then? I guess not. Leo said he might need some help setting up for the party at the house. I mean, he sort of promised me, but I guess that's alright. I cringe on the inside. You haven't seen him in a while, so it's good. You guys can have time to catch up. TJ lifts up the penis gun and points it at his face, squinting an eye and looking down the barrel. How the fuck can he not tell? He must know what a dick looks. He doesn't, okay? He obviously doesn't know what a dick looks like. I wonder what this I wonder what this is from. It's from your fucking groin, you cunt. Why you look like a person who would hike under the 60 temperature. That is accurate. TJ Christian boy never such a baddie web. TJ is probably beating it to, I don't know, weird porn. It's from a dragon, a bad one at that. Do you think Carl will recognize it? Yes, Carl will recognize it. Carl knows what a dick looks like. He starts pulling the trigger several times, blowing the fur back on his face before opening his muzzle as well. I reach out and push it down. I think that's just a novelty item. You should get something else. Okay, he knows. Oh, okay. I can tell that TJ is unhappy, but there's not much that I can do about it. I wander off to the opposite wall where all the posters are. Leo's standing there, looking over the display board. Stand next to him. You know, I think every inch. Oh yeah, every inch. I think every inch too. You must eliminate Orko and replace him with new cyborg. Why do you wanna what? Why do you wanna kill what? Why would you wanna do that? I'm such a nice orc. Never done anything wrong. Maybe. Cyborg, exactly. I'm a cyborg. I swear, you guys, sometimes. You have seen the government secret. I've seen the government secret. Angel Dog bought into the elf propaganda, yeah. He's an elf agent. Get rid of him. I don't know if there's any room anymore. Has he put anything on the ceiling? The betrayal! Betrayal! I don't think so. Then there's room. Well, alright, I guess I'll get him Luce. I don't think he's got one of him. I give birth to Nori. Yeah, and now you're spreading elfen propaganda. You just gave birth to Nori so you could come into my good graces. Now you're spreading elfen propaganda. I won't stand for that. I look over at the masked wolf, his arms crossed. Bare chest and abs stuck out on full display. I waggle my brows. Sure, that's why I want him. Leo grins down at me. Oh yeah, sorry, but he's not my type. I like my guys a bit more supple. Orko figured out I'm a spy all along. Yeah, I did it. I'm a master detective. His tail slaps my ass. Well, I like him. I love muscles. Leo squares his shoulders and flexes. His biceps bulges nearly the size of my head. Leo got twink issues. Absolutely. Leo is a twink connoisseur, I can tell. Like these. I feign indifference, shrugging. Leo got issues in general. Leo into subby weak otter boy in more detailed form. I think Leo just wants to pound some other ass. That's all there is. I'm more into the cut look like Luce. Leo frowns, but I take that moment to slap him in the butt of my tail. Because it's not as flexible as his, I have to turn my body into it and practical thuds into his ass. Leo yelps and stumbles forward into the poster with loud clatter. Oh no. More calm down, boys. Leo wouldn't be able to last for 5 seconds if you see any otter. Jenna walks up behind us and stands next to me, her arm folded over a manga with a doe in a school uniform on the front. That looks sexy, Jenna. Good pick. Jenna rolls her eyes as Leo reaches into the poster, men with Luce in it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have this one. DJ follows up behind Jenna, a small figurine of Trinity Weasel. His paws, I love. He has a Dakimura of Chase. I would be surprised if he had a Dakimura of Chase. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. Chase in the jar. It smells weird. Do you mean Chase in the jar, Angel Dog, or Chiss in the jar? Or Chase Chiss in the jar. Probably Chase Chiss in the jar. And yeah, that smells weird. And of course you'd get that, TJ. Hey! It was a good price in the... He's kidding, TJ. Anyway, maybe it'll help him take another look at that movie. It's really good. I realized that I'm the only one that hasn't picked out a gift, and I look around anxiously. Right in front of me is a rack of beanie caps. One of them has a bloodied and decaying zombie face printed on it. Its teeth bared on the brim. I assume it makes the wearer look like their head is clamped inside. I think Carl likes zombies. Snatch it off the rack and hurry up to the front with the others. How does this look? I asked TJ as we were walking through the parking lot. It looks good, I guess. No, I mean, does it look like a zombie badger is eating my head? Oh yeah, it looks great. He gives me a thumbs up. Ah! I pull it down over my face slowly. How do you think we'd all do in a zombie attack? You'll all be dead. You'll all be dead. I get better gifts than that. That is an insult. If I ever get a bronze plushie, you best bet it smell like summer grilled cheese. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I lift the hat back up over my forehead. Like, would you die first? Leo, hey guys. What if we were in a horror scenario, huh? Haha, what if? I think that's called foreshadowing. We call this foreshadowing, right? Me? Why do you think that? Well, maybe not. You're pretty fast. I just kind of imagine you just curling up in a ball. But honestly, I'd be the first one to go. Stick out a leg. Look at how stubby these are. Psh! I'm the fastest and I'd carry you. You wouldn't have to worry. Of course you would do that, Leo. You wouldn't like you wouldn't let your blow machine go to waste. Oh really? I look over at Jenna and see that she's got that gleam in her eyes that always puts me on edge. Pretty sure I'm faster than you, Leo. Leo smirks. Pretty sure my legs are way longer and way faster than yours, Jenna. Jenna sticks out her back with the manga in it at me. I take it slowly to catch her eye so I can shake my head frantically at her. Leo sticks his back out to TJ, almost punching him in the nose. TJ jumps gingerly, takes it from him, frowning. This is a parking lot, guys. Are you sure it's a good idea? I hope nobody gets hit by a car. Red stained like my soul in Leo's image. Did you know others can get shot? Yeah, I know they can hold their breath. That's been very well established in the thumbnail art that I used for this stream. But Jenna and Leo have already taken up their position side by side, leaning forward. Alright, to the lamppost. You're on. Hand us off, Chase. How is this proving anything? Don't you need to be carrying, Chase? Alright, ready, set, go! Leo actually gets a bit of a head start since he anticipated the go, but Jenna catches up right away. In fact, she's 10 feet ahead of him. Just 5 seconds into the race. Oh my god. Leo is like losing to Jenna all the fucking time. You can hear her laughing as she gracefully speeds ahead, her tail whipping around like a flag as she zips off towards the horizon. Jenna is a bit of a tryhard. Leo, realizing he's going to lose, is frantically flailing his arms around his ears and head down as he charges forward. Metal slam noises. Unlike all the flags, Leo waves constantly. I mean, the only flag Leo really waves is the red flag. Because Leo is a screaming red flag to me. I'm actually surprised by how bad he's losing. I mean, he used to play football back in high school, so he had some training. With his head down, I guess he doesn't see the curb. Oh no, oh no. Leo is going to crash, isn't he? I hear the yelp, then see him careen off to the side, then roll on the asphalt before slamming up against the tire of a parked car. Good luck carrying Chase now. Orko finally become an Echo fan. Red flag, yeah. DJ gasps and covers his eyes. Oh my gosh! I'm already running up to where Leo's fallen. He's sitting up against the tire, one paw to his head. He grits his teeth in pain. Are you alright? Jeez, you hit that hard. I kneel down next to him, and the second he sees me, he grins and quickly scrambles up, brushing his paws. Of course. Orko, what is that? Oh my god. I'm fine. I just tripped a bit. You asshole fucking went face first into a fucking car. I can see spots on his paw pads that are skinned and bleeding, and I wince. Jesus Christ, Leo, that wasn't just a bit. Jenna, having noticed that her competition had eaten shit, jogs back to us, her paws and her hips, as she breathes heavily. Wow, you okay, Leo? Eats 5 feet of concrete. I'm fine. Nothing to worry about here. This stupid curb got in the way. Nope, you're banged up enough as it is. You're fucking bleeding everywhere. Should probably drive. I seen Art of Buff TJ. Another day, Chase is not waiting to get a taste. I feel like if you draw TJ like a muscled up Greek god, you're kind of taken away from him. But that's just me. I'm fine, Chase. Leo rolls his eyes to show me how much he doesn't care. But I can see that the insides of his ears are bright red. I don't think he's fine. I think he just plays. Latin came inside you, said by the no, that is not what the Bible's. Is it what the Bible said? Yeah, the Bible said to let Jesus come inside you. When Jesus comes into your heart, yeah, exactly. That is like some guru shit. If Jesus comes into your heart. There's a bit of an awkward silence, only punctuated by Leo and Jenna's breathing. Buy me dinner first, Jesus. And then he can eviscerate you and just come on into your heart? Oh my. Oh my. Jesus comes a lot in the Bible. And joins in every holy marriage. It's kind of funny when you read it right. Finally, Jenna walks up next to me and puts her paw around my shoulders. Well, now you know who you're more likely to survive with in a zombie apocalypse. Chase, remember it. I will say this. There is more to survival in a zombie apocalypse than running, Jenna. So you would be a good runner. I will agree to that. 100%. But I will also say we need more people to survive that shit. You can't survive alone in a zombie apocalypse. She leans her head up against my shoulders and I cringe as I see Leo smile turn icy. If it's an echo, you're already screwed. Teacher will outrun everyone. Cat logic. Alright, cool. Let's get going. I wiggle out from under her arm. You guys need to get to your hike. They need to take a hike. The drive back is only a little awkward. To her credit, Jenna does try to apologize to Leo, but he waves it off like it isn't a big deal. I can tell by how he's overdoing the cheerfulness that it's not the case. We drop TJ and Jenna off halfway up the trail, which happens to be right next to the highway. Once we're alone in the car, Leo starts messing around with the CD player. Shit, man, this guy still has a CD player? What the fuck? What kind of retro shit is this? You could say it isn't his Achilles heel. And he loves hiking. He probably have that mad, muscular thigh. This is sleeper build. It's 2008 in Echo or something. Oh, that's fine. I'm not... Probably. Well, it's 2015 and he's not rich. It's 2015. Okay, that makes more sense. Because if TJ is browsing on his phone on the internet, I think they said that then 2008 would be a bit early for that. I feel like. You remember this, right? As the music fills the car, I'm immediately transported back to my high school days. Jesus, is this Carpet Stains? Carpet Stains is one hell of a band name. Yep. Leo grinning at me, occasionally glancing towards the road. This was a band we listened to together in my junior and senior year. What stains the carpet? Blood and cum. And probably a little bit of shit and piss too. TJ is submissive top. Interesting. You still into this stuff? Is it nostalgic or is it terrible? What's the play here? I'm gonna say it's nostalgic. I can't hate everything about this. This determines everything. Joking. Whatever you like. I'm just saying it's nostalgic because I feel like Chase can't hate everything. The music carries a lot of memories for me, and the fact that I hadn't listened to it since I'd last been in this town made it all the more powerful. Watch him. Oh, I'll watch him, alright? With this echo background, I feel like I'm living in the 2009 already. Sure, the music is simple, the lyrics embarrassing, but I miss it. Maybe I think I could be if I listen to it again. Me too. As we drive, I mouth the lyrics under my breath. You haunt everything in my life. I see you in the clouds and the sky so blue. I see your outline in my screen door too. Jesus Christ, this is fucking horrible. He wasn't wrong about that. Weird how this music can become nostalgic for someone IRL thanks to the game. Yeah. I mean, depending when you played it, obviously. I think this is like, what now? 10 years old? I know it was in early access for a long time, but it came out in started 2015. I don't know when they finished it. I think it was 18 19. Finally, we pull up to Leo's old ranch-style house. It looks the same as it always has, though the landscaping has definitely taken a turn for the worse. Yo! We are about to meet him. Leo parks and we both get out. Oh shit, we are about to meet Bronson. Him, my baby. Out husband. I'm busy staring at the driveway, thinking about all the times I've talked across it when a gravelly voice pulls me from my reverie. Our ragtime guy, correct myself, second husband. Hey, who are you? I jump and look to the right, spotting a thin, angry-looking raccoon. He's standing next to some bushes, trimming them up. His yard is desert landscaped and looks pretty good next to Leo's property, which is nothing but weeds and sagebrush. Loud fangirls scream. Behind the raccoon is an old and rusty-looking trailer home. Send me a kiss, Spywire. Thinking back, I'm pretty sure that a really old mouse used to live here, but this guy's a raccoon and looks pretty young too. Aww. I hear Leo walk up quietly around the front of his truck and stand next to me. Hey Cut, this is Chase. Remember I was telling you about him. Leo puts his arm around me. Cut's demeanor changes immediately when he sees Leo. Oh, hey Leo. This is him then. Cut? My voice is just incredulous enough to be offensive, and the raccoon notices it. I need Mikutsu. Say, Orc, have you ever played Mirror's Edge? Yes, I have. I played that when it was originally released, and I feel like Mirror's Edge is a really fun game. At least I remember it being a lot of fun. I don't have it on PC though. Or do I? I think I have. His outfit is familiar then. Yeah. It? Yeah, you're right. Kinda looks familiar. His already scowling face gets even more scrunched up. I think he's Rocket Raccoon. No, he's not Rocket. I'm sorry, he's not Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon looks different. Very different. Oh, really? No. We stand there for a few seconds, and Leo grabs my arm. Alright. Glad you two could meet. We're actually in a bit of a hurry. Got a party to plan for. The raccoon watches us all the way to the door before Leo finally closes it behind him. What to sniff his trash, holy shit. Really, Chase? What? It's a weird name. I sniff, but instead of the scented candle smell I thought I'd get, I'm instead met with acrid smell with the acrid smell of cigarette smoke. It doesn't look like the same either. It's all a bit empty compared to when I was last here. It makes sense, I guess. With Leo's parents and siblings gone, I tell him what a great guy you are for the past 2 years. And that's his first impression of you? By the way, Fire, I haven't finished Echo. Just let you know. Well, I'm sorry. What happened to that old mouse guy? Charlie? He died a few months after you left. Cut moved in a few years ago. Oh, well. He seems a little grumpy. He is, but he's a good guy. Been through a lot. Leo sets the bags down on the kitchen table, pulling out the cake and the gifts. So, why'd he move here? Said he likes the isolation. He works in Peyton. Some things happened in the city, and he wanted to get away. Hey, Underreal, what's up? How you doing? Leo ruffles through the plastic cups and gifts. I forgot what country he's originally from. His full name is Kutsu. How old's TJ again? I think he's 20. But he doesn't drink anyway. If that's what you're wondering. I do know. People change a lot in a few years. Anyway, let's go to my room. Get a message call. Husband goal. All the husbands in the world. Leo's room is small but cozy. A little cluttered, but clean enough. I walk over and sit on his bed looking around at all the posters. Most of them related to football or hip-hop moguls. Really? Leo is a hip-hop connoisseur? I would have taken him more for a death metal guy. Oh, we come to this part. Let's go. He's had most of these since high school. I'm dead. Kept the same room, huh? Your parents' room isn't bigger, isn't it? Yeah, well, I'm used to it being here. Would be kind of weird hanging out in my parents' room anyway. Besides, he plops down next to me, bouncing up and down on the bed. I don't really need the space. I think I can see where Leo is coming from, because it would be definitely weird sleeping in that room where your parents might have conceived you. It's rude to compare a guy's room, Chase. I think Chase is thinking this through. If there's anything me and Chase have in common, it would be the fear of spider and sleep paralysis. It sounds like a thing that you don't want to have in common with someone. So, what do you do around here? It feels kinda empty. I'm really only here to sleep, otherwise I'm on the computer, you know, porn. Oh my. He is gooning 24/7. He looks at me and grins. I look over at his computer. It's got a nice chair. And I can guess what the box of tissue next to the monitor is for. But that's not what holds my attention. Even more than that somehow. It just naturally comes after I finish Echo. Like some sort of curse. Sleep paralysis after Echo sounds like a story all on its own. Now we come to the part where I would say, this is why they shouldn't let mate with each other. Okay. Instead, I see 3 holes punched through the drywall. Around those are several more or less successful dents in the wall. Some with knuckle-shaped features. Holy shit! Leo's ears fall flat and he lets out an embarrassed laugh. Yeah, that's my fault. I really get into my games. I told you that Leo had anger management issues. I fucking said it. I really fucking said that. He's a fucking red flag. And I'm pretty sure he's going to beat up his partner too. He probably did. He probably beat the shit out of Chase at one point. I wouldn't be surprised. I stand up and walk towards the wall, examining the damage. Leo stands up too, clearly uncomfortable. That was a few years ago, though. I don't play that game anymore. Yeah, sure, Leo. Once laying on the bed late night, and when I dream, feel something behind me because I'm facing the wall, and everything just so weird, like static, TV static. Damn, Leo, you're fucking crazy. Poke a finger through one of the holes, realizing that punching through the wall with one try wasn't anything to sneeze at. A couple sheets of paper, some paint, and you can start covering up problems better than this train wreck. Ah! Don't check Leo's search history. Probably not what you think of. And strong. So you still got that temper of yours. I don't. It was just that one game. He's got his paws on his hips, glaring down at me. I mean, what if I was standing here? What would that have done for my face? I put my face in front of one of the holes for the effect. Leo blanches like I had slapped him. Hey, don't talk like that. I would never... I know, sorry. It's just funny how angry you get sometimes. This is foreshadowing, huh? Yeah. In the business, we call this foreshadowing. I mean, your phone looks pretty new. When's the last time you broke it? Well, okay. The damn thing wasn't loading right, and frowns. Why am I being interrogated right now? I feel like you deserve this interrogation, Leo. Hey, you want me to live here. I think I have a right to be concerned about my personal property. It is called drywall angel dog. Drywalls are notoriously flimsy. It's just basically a really thin layer of wall. It's like how Americans build their houses. It's like really lightweight and shit. We build our houses with fucking bricks still. And he throws stones constantly. Hey, you want me to live here? I think I have a right to be concerned about my personal property. I only broke your phone once. Oh, now we are getting into it. I spread my paws out. More than I've broken anyone else's phone. Yeah, well, I never pretended that I cheated on someone as a joke. My attitude cools a little. Yeah, well, high school, you know? I know. Anyway, it's nice to have you here again. It's Deadass Jenna's prank. He reaches out and pulls me into a one-armed hug. And then I pull back, though I notice a cut on the side of his arm. A few more on the back of his paw as well. At this point, the fur is clumped together with coagulated blood. Man, you're really wiped out. Huh? He looks at his arm. Oh yeah, I should clean that up before you get on my comp while I'm gone and see if Carl's online. Leo talks to me as he's walking out the door into the hallway. I should be logged on. Ask him what he's doing tomorrow. We need to plan this out right. Hot dog. Leo uses tissue counter. Okay. Leo is such a weird name for a dog character. I don't know. When I think of a wolf, I don't think of a Leo. Leo would be more the cat, I feel like. But it's also a cliche. I sit down in the chair and wake the computer up. Sure enough, Leo's already logged into his account. Search for the porn. Yeah, I think of a Virgo much more often. Leo usually means lion. It literally means lion. Yes, it does, but I also want to say that I feel like it's more of a cat name than a wolf name. Leo can also be the short form of Leonard, for example. Leonard. That's also a name. They probably want to make a new taste. Sent him the message anyway, then leaned back in the chair. Almost freaking out as it leans back way farther than I thought it would. Must be all the jerk-off sessions Leo's had. Oh, Leonidas, yeah. I drum my paws against the desk for a bit, then look back towards the door. Leo's probably gonna be a while, and I'm curious. I grin as I first check out his bookmark. Of course you do that, you fucking cunt. Social media litters the first few slots. Then there's one called Mech Forums and another one called Mechanics United. Then of course there are a few sports and football specific ones. Finally, I get to one called Gay Viddies. Then another one called Otter Sluts. Otter Sluts. I snort loudly at that one. And click on his history next tab. If you look for trouble, you will find it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is not good what he's doing here. Like, I get that he's your ex and shit, but this is like just don't do that. It doesn't matter who it is. Just don't do it. This is fucked. Like, Chase, you're a fucking cunt. I scroll through it for a while, the first 50 or so, relating to some DJ or hip-hop artist. Finally, I see the word cock, and I know I'm looking at one of Leo's porn sessions. Wait to know how long he'd been doing this. Probably way too many times and probably way too long. It's pretty standard stuff, ass balls, making out, blowjobs. But that's when I start seeing a pattern. Gay otter asses male otter tail up, gay blowjob. What the fuck am I reading? That dude is like obsessed. This is such a fucking red flag. Like, just get out of here. Like, before you get into his basement, get the fuck out of here. Because if you go into Leo's basement, he'll never let you leave. You're fucking dead. You're going to fucking end up in a barrel on the side of the road. Get out there, Chase. This is not safe. I raise my eyebrows and click on the search bar for the history, typing in otter before hitting enter. Very observant. The results spill down the window. The scroll bar small enough that I have trouble clicking in on it to pull it down. Was Leo only into me because we had an otter fetish? No, you created his otter fetish, you fucking idiot. I start feeling a little depressed as I scroll through the results, and that's when I notice another pattern. At least half of the results have wolf in the search phrase. And not just that. I'm serious, most people don't notice this. Oh, thank you. Wolf, otter, gay, blowjob, otter. Oh my god. Fuck, this isn't safe. Like, I mean, look, Chase shouldn't do this in the first place, yeah? But if you fucking do that, yeah? And you find this, you have to get out. This is not safe. You can't be around this guy alone. At all. This is not safe. This is fucking not safe. You end up in a fucking drum barrel. They are both in the wrong, but this is psycho. Yeah, this is extremely psychotic. The nape of my neck prickles as I scroll down the hundreds of resources. This is why you clean your fucking browser history once in a while. Fucking hell. But that's when I hear the door open in the hallway. I jump first, covering the screen with my paws like an idiot, then quickly Xing out of the window. Except that doesn't work. The sheer amount of results I get from Leo's shame must have fucked up the CPU somehow. This is not how this works. Echo, I love you, but this is not how this works. I desperately bang the mouse against the desk as I hear Leo's heavy footstep down the hallway. I swear there's a cut on my back, but I can't reach it. It's almost like this is a horror game. Oh, I know, Wildfire. It is a fucking horror game. We just didn't reach the horror in full part yet. I've been reading up a little bit, like I didn't read the story or anything, but it was always built as a horror game. Fuck. I mutter under my breath, heart pounding in my chest. It's just like 7 years ago when my mom caught me looking at gay porn. Oh no, his mom caught him, fuck. Leo desktop is built in the age where people still use Windows XP. No, it's slow for a reason. Be right back, I owe money, same. Leo walks in, the computer screen still hopelessly frozen. Can you help me get... Leo stops mid-sentence as I look back at him. The guilt on my face pretty damn obvious. What did you do? You know what? I tried to stall and turned back to the screen, clicking furiously the X. Hey. And just as he walking up behind me, the window disappears. Wait a second, what were you looking at? I swivel around in the chair, grinning. Nothing. My voice squeaks. I feel like you're about to get fucking punched in the throat, Chase. Leo stares me down at me, an exasperated smirk spreading across his muzzle. No, not nothing. What the hell were you looking at? Is there something I don't know about? He keeps on staring at me, but I get up and I pretend to stretch, moving towards the bed. Don't worry. Leo only not hurt his other fanboy. Would not hurt his other fanboy. But I'm pretty sure he would chain his other fanboy to the radiator in the basement and still, like, how do I put this? Take his ass not consensually. I feel like Leo is, as you all said, he's a walking red flag. And as I pointed out, he has anger management issues. He would protect him forever and ever. Foreshadowing. Well, yeah, there's something you don't know about. But I know something. I know about some things. Swish my tail behind me a few times, teasing him. But mostly I'm just relieved I didn't get caught. Don't brag about it. Yeah, okay, I don't brag about it. I hear him move. But before I can react, he's on me. He grabs my arm and shoves him behind my back. Then shoves me forward, falling on top of me on the bed. And grunt loudly as his weight pushes the air out of my lungs. Looks like I'm going to have to get it out of you than the old-fashioned way, Otter. This is very close to assault. I struggle a little bit, but there's no way in hell I'm getting out from under Leo. He wants me to stay there. Leo's room. Low-key how I wish I could have. Simple and small. Fit enough for my stuff to fit. Hey, get off. Oh, he is trying to get off. Chase, he is trying to get off. He clutches both my wrists in one paw while he digs the other one into my side. I gasp and writhe desperately, bouncing up and down on the bed while he pinches at my ribs. No, please, I don't know anything. I'm gonna love the issue. This is so healthy. This is like Wildfire. This is like in the other visual novel. Yeah, where the one guy touched his sleeping partner. This is about the same level of health that we're establishing here. Sure. What are we looking at? No! He leans in harder and me. He leans in harder on me. I feel his hot breath on my ear, nuzzling at it, only making me laugh and squirm harder. Leo kinda okay for now. He's still hospitable. I don't know, like, Leo feels like he's not very hospitable. I feel like he gets... You can still fix him, huh? No. I don't think you can fix this guy. I think this fucking look, there's like people with issues that you can fix. And there's like fucking construction sites like Leo. It's unsafe. You don't have the equipment for it. Get out. Well, I'm sure Leo is curious about what I was doing on his computer. I'm definitely sure there's another reason why he's doing this. I can feel it against my ass as he rolls around on top of me. People love crazy psychos. The only way to fix him is to leave. Yeah. Before I can really think about that, he lets go of my paws and the tickling stops. I only have a second of reprieve before both his paws dig into my armpits. Practically squealing, I writhe around, managing to get on my back now before he's laying on top of me. Is Leo a somebody who would ride his otter into the sunset? Would be Leo that kind of guy that he like unzips the pants and then starts riding him? I think he would. I think Leo would be that kind of guy. He probably isn't. Actually, wait, that didn't fix anything. It made it worse. But that's what you get with psychos. Leo, don't worry, Chase. I saw this online. It doesn't help much as he just goes right back to my armpits. I can't take it anymore. Alright, I just was searching your contacts to see if you were hooking up with anyone. The tickling stops and I'm left gasping for air while Leo just looks at me, grinning. Oh, a little jealous, huh? Like Chase is a clever little boy. He saved himself a lot of pain right now. Because all Leo wants, without admitting it, is Chase back. That's all he ever wants. Oh, a little jealous, huh? Maybe a little bit? Chase is just got that invisible guardian angel helping him. Like Nori and you. Yeah, Nori is my guardian angel. Mwah. Get kissed, Nori. Huh? Leo looks genuinely happy about that. His paws spread out to either side of my head as he grins down on me. I take my chance and shoot my paw up to his side, digging in. He yelps and curls up and falls on top of me again. I don't relent though and keep wiggling my fingers around his body. Almost like an angel dog, huh? Huh? Obviously he's letting me win, but it's still fun seeing him melt into a twitching pile of giggles. He rolls to the side of me and I get on top of him, pretending to wrestle him down like I do hundreds of times before. He playfully fights back, but he's grinning up at me with the dopey expression. Tongue out of the muscle expression. With a dopey tongue out of the muscle. Oh, yeah. On a whim, I plant my knee on his crotch. Not sure why. Probably to let him know that I knew. Or maybe it was just a way to get back at him for getting off on this. He yelps again, this time a lot more loudly, and folds up, pushing me off to the side of him. Fuck! I could eat an otter now. Don't eat otters. They're your friends. We both lay there, side by side, panting and sweating a little, my head resting on his arm. Let others eat you. Let the others eat your ass, is what I'm saying. I think I won that. No way, I got you to squeal. And you cheated when you crushed my dick. Oh, don't worry. Bronson already ate my brain cells. Leo reaches over to me to turn on a small, complicated-looking fan on his bedside table before flopping his arm over my eyes. As I stare at the fan, I notice something else next to it and gasp loudly. What? Is that a fucking gun? Oh yeah! Yeah, nice! The American way. Let's have a gun. Just casually having it next to the fan. It's totally safe. There's nothing that can go wrong here. There's no foreshadowing. And no Chekhov's gun here. It's real? Yeah, of course. Self-defense 101. Now, this is actually the smallest problem I have with him as an American. Oh, don't get me wrong, Wildfire. I fucking love guns. I'm a German though, so there is that. But I'm actually a gun nut, which is not normal for Germans, but I do fully support guns and gun ownership. Because they're a good tool. But yeah, that's me. I turn my head to stare at him. Why? You just leave it out here in the open? That is the issue. I never thought of Leo as a gun person. From what he told me, he hated guns. We all love guns. I like handgun for style though, like revolver. Yep. Wow, do you really need it? A few people in the town, well, you know. I think I know the people he's talking about. Have you had to use it or something? I mean, it's just sitting out. Yeah, he should probably put that somewhere. Not necessarily a gun safe, but like this kind of like stuff is really not cool. Leo shifts, bouncing the bed. Let's just say some people need convincing when they are trying to cause trouble. I'm about to ask more, but Leo holds up the other paw. Not now, I'm tired. I'll tell you about it later. I go quiet, but it's hard not to stare at the gun. The concept of owning one of is just so foreign to me. 3 holes in the wall and the gun seems pretty dominant. He seems like a very healthy individual. Like, it's not a problem that he has a gun, right? Like, the entire construct of Leo is a problem. His anger management issues, his obsessive behavior, and having a gun. He's the sanest person in Echo, guys. Come on. I kind of want to say I somehow doubt that, Wildfire, but I also kind of think you might be right on that one. I haven't seen the others, but I kind of want to believe that sentence right now. I changed the subject. Leo looks confused. Then over at the fan. Oh, it's a humidifier fan combo. I get nosebleeds a lot. Stop whacking it. Huh? I thought everyone is sane in some way. I mean in some way. In all honesty, it's actually Flynn. Flynn. That surprises me. I would have actually said Carl, but I feel like Carl's issues go so fucking deep that he never that he can never entirely get rid of them. And I can't really say Jenna, but yeah. I don't think TJ is sane. TJ is like he's like the Christian fuckboy that like will just get killed at the end. And like I mean we've talked about Leo extensively, what he is. I thought Flynn had anger management issues too, but I'm not sure what Flynn is. We'll see. Orko Carl have 2 guardian angels with him. I don't know if you could call him sane. This is probably a bad idea, I know, but it feels good and I'm tired even after the discovery I made on his computer. I guess I'm just trying to not think about that right now. The fan drones softly. Leo's arm moves under my neck, and I feel his paw come up and start brushing at the tufts of fur on my head. With his thumb and index, I feel sleepy. Then go to sleep. I wish you would style this again. When I had it spiked? That was stupid. Important question actually. Which way is the gun facing? I hope it's facing away from the bed. I like it. And I hope it is loaded, and I hope the safety is on. Who am I kidding? It's probably loaded and the safety is probably off. I feel myself dozing off as his fingers start brushing on my forehead. I feel the coolness of his anchor bracelet through my fur. Sometimes I think I'm going crazy. I'm barely awake at this point, the fan blowing next to my face, Leo stroking, feeling his warm body next to mine. I saw you here last week, outside my window. That just is a little weird, so I come back out of my doze a little. Oh? Yeah, I just looked out and I saw an otter just standing there. Okay, Leo's far too gone. I don't even think he's lying about an otter there, but the first thing he says, I saw you. Leo is far too gone to be normal at this point. Watching you play it and talking about it together is like dip in the pillow in soft sugar. Goes like a pill and it bring me a bitter taste first before the sweetness of gloom. You don't know half of it. Yeah, but I'm about to find out. Huh? You think it was just another otter? Well, Leo yawns and turns his head towards me, snuffling at my ear. Yeah, this is where Leo we know no longer Leoning. There's only one other guy, remember Dale? He's fat though. So, what's the problem? Then, like, he's fat. What do you mean? Like, fat guys want to get fucked too. What are you saying here, Leo? Could have just been someone that was lost, right? Maybe. I went out and I didn't see anyone. You mean Chase's twink? Well, sometimes people see things. His arm tightens around my head as he gives me a sort of hug. Hope I'm not seeing things now. I roll my eyes, but his words remind me of something. Just like a bad dream. I'll be gone when you wake. But I swear, even if this was fake, I'll never forget your face. I sing a few lyrics from one of our old emo songs. But that's when I hear Leo snore, so I give into my pleasant drowse and sink slowly into sleep. Here is a pro tip, Chase, and I give you that for free. You should fucking leave. I'm hungry and sleepy. I want Bronson. I feel a presence in the room and it's angry. Chase! I shoulder awake, but I can't open my eyes. This is such a normal color, yeah. We are not in a waking nightmare at all. Chase! Finally, my eyes twitch open, but I can't move. I can only wiggle the tips of my finger. It's a sleep paralysis? Just try to hide, I dare you. I flinched, the voice is right in my ear. Orca, a few hours ago, you guys should just mate. Orca, now you should leave. Yes, because I didn't know what I know now. You know, the more information I gather, the more my opinion will obviously change. That's how information gathering works. At this point, I'm just saying, if you have a sleep paralysis next to this guy, you should just go. You should just leave and never look back. You should just go, sit in a car, call Jenna and say, Jenna, we are going to leave. And then you just grab your crazy Christian friend and your overachieving Fox friend, sit down into your car, and then you drive off and you never come back to Echo. That is what you want to do. Should have listening to Flynn. Oh boy, who gonna told him? Who gonna tell Orko it's not? Leo would hide in the trunk. Leo would be the serial killer in the trunk, I agree. I'm still in Leo's room, still in his bed, and I can vaguely make out his body out of the corner of my eye. The room, though, is tinged red. I hear clicking and I see the monitor switch on. I see myself bent over, tail raised naked, looking back at the camera, my face warped. Dark holes bloom over the eyes, then all over the image like it's burning. Leo just put up his flag collection, don't worry, yeah. A tarantula crawls up over the foot of the bed and starts making its way towards me. I gasp through my nose since I can't open my mouth. My heart is beating so fast I think it's shaking the bed. My fingers wiggle as I try to yank myself awake. The massive spider only moving closer as it crawls over my foot and onto my leg. The weight of the spider is real. The way it's disheveling my shirt as it crawls onto my stomach. Real. This is real. Is Leo just like awake, and is this like he dreaming that Leo takes it too far? Or is Leo really taking it too far? By a small question, is there any hint about the spider mentioned here? Is the spider in the smoke room? Leo running his fingers up his chest, Chase screams. No, it's not real. I've had this happen before. Started happening when I took the night shift at the grocery store next to the campus. Not that I recall. Very common, very normal. People have it happen all the time. I'll just close my eyes and I wait it out. I do that, squeezing them shut as tight as I can, trying to find comfort in Leo's presence next to me. His arm is still under my head. I feel the spider on my chest, its weight so much. More than it should be, but it stops there. Doesn't approach my face. But then I feel something else. Another presence. It's coming from the right side of the wall where the window is. Something's looking through it at me. I know it. I'm not opening my eyes though. I know if I do, I'll see something that will freak me the fuck out. And the spider's bad enough. I hear tapping. Whatever it is, tapping at the glass, wanting my attention. I know. It knows I know it's there. And it wants me to see it. What the fuck? This is lasting way longer than it should be. What if I'm stuck? Am I stuck? Am I gonna be stuck in a twisted Leo spider room dimension for the rest of my fucking life? It could make sense if it connect. Did you get the scene? The logarithm? He's mine! My eyes fly open. Already pointed towards the window, bracing myself. But it's empty. The sky's tinged red from the sunset, and so is the room. My dreaming brain exaggerated it to look like the color of blood. The spider's gone, and the angry presence is too. I sit up slowly and rub my face, feeling exhausted, even though I just slept. That lake did save all the image and other stuff? I'm not sure what you mean, Fire. It'll be impossible to fall asleep again, not only because of how brutal that sleep paralysis was, but because I still don't feel right. While the spider and thing in my room were gone. This is not your room. This is Leo's room, you fucker. The other thing outside the window I feel like is still there. I look out the window again and see nothing. But still, I can't shake the feeling that I'm still being watched. That is fucked up, man. Wednesday. Okay, since they are XPS, Chase probably sleep over with Leo. Okay. Since we are at Wednesday, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. Back. Very much back. I hope stream ended at 3 a.m. because I can't stay up over that time or else I'm literally gonna collapse. 3 hours of sleep and my PC is starting to threaten a forced restart. Me too, me too. The fun thing is only I went to sleep because I saw that video, that this video was going to be live in 6 hours. Was about to go to sleep, but then found out today is the day, so I stay up. Didn't get much sleep last night. Welcome back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it in like maybe 45 minutes to an hour. So, but you get a little bit more Orco. I stare out the window as we roll down the dusty streets of Echo. Every road, every corner, every trailer, and every tree has a memory attached to it. There's a middle of the dusty parking lot that belonged to the corner market is a tiny stand. Just used to be where I'd get ice cream after begging for $1 from my parents. It's crumbled and boarded up now. The paint peeling off the tiny chips. And tiny chips. Oh, this part, we're about to see the freaky Echo. And here, in front of Duke's house, is a big flat rock that Jenna was standing on when she told me she was going to run away from home. I can still remember almost exactly how she was silhouetted against the red sunset behind her. In the old train yard in the middle of the summer. Leo kissed me for the first time while I was sweating buckets under the noon sun. He didn't seem to care though. I look over at Leo. He's got one hand on the wheel, glancing up at the rearview mirror occasionally to trade jabs with Flynn. I'm regretting not letting him know we're coming, you know. You'll be lucky if he even gets his ass out of bed. We'll call him. And what if he doesn't answer? Leo doesn't say anything. Instead of focusing back on the road, TJ fills the silence a while. Well, I don't think it's too weird. It's just like we are hanging out again. Nothing wrong with that. Sure. But making it about Carl is just weird. Maybe if his birthday was like next week, 2 weeks tops. Oh, hush, Flynn. It'll just be like we're hanging out. You acting weird about it is going to help anything. The car starts slowing down and I snap out of my daydreaming to look up, knowing that we definitely weren't at Carl's house yet. That's when I see a round canine figure standing further up on the side of the road. She's standing in the dirt that separates the road and the field in front of a broken and rusted barbed wire fence. I think that's Janice. Oh shit, it's a Janice! Flynn being the voice of reason, very common. I look over at Leo and he seems concerned, his brows furrowed as he carefully steers the car right next up to the coyote. I can see why. She's crouched over, elbows and knees, staring at the ground. Roll down your window, Chase. I do as he says, struggling a little with the old crank handle. The hell is she doing out here? Carl is a lucky husband, Flynn. We come to stop to the coyote kicking up some dust. I don't know. Hey! Leo leans over me, smiles out at Janice, who's still looking at the ground. Everything all... Leo's voice cuts off in a weird choking sound. I look at him confused, then look back at the window and can't help myself but to gasp. It was hard to tell from the angle, and all the dust kicked up by the wind, but I now can see that Janice has her pants down around her thighs. I can also see everything else. I sit back quickly and avert my eyes, looking out the windshield instead. What the fuck? Oh my god, Leo, keep going. Jenna whispers, her voice strained. Sorry, Leo stops talking and I chance a glance out the window again. Janice is looking at us now and she's smiling. It's a weird smile because it isn't touching her eyes. Is Janice high on drugs and trying to sell her coochie for more drugs? Is that it? It's unnerving. Leo stares back. It's actually... Oh, piss, it's Janice. Leo, let's just go. I hiss out the side of my mouth, staring out the windshield again. Seems reluctant though, looking concerned. Janice, do you need some help? His tone is one you might use on a toddler or a crazy person. I don't hear her say anything except maybe a grunt. Leo bravely keeps trying though. We can give you a ride. Leo stops talking in time for me to hear a pattering sound. A sound I recognized well from my time as a kid pissing on the dirt roads of Echo. The van lurches forward, then resumes a smoother acceleration back onto the empty road. Holy shit, what the fuck was that? I don't... Leo's frowning, looking as confused as I ever seen him. Oh, it's just normal Echo behavior. Oh yeah, good to know, so... Just standing on the roadside, hunched over... indulging yourself in water sports and being probably high as shit. It's a normal pastime in Echo, that's nice. Leo doesn't look so bad now, huh? I say, as if it somehow proves a point. TJ is closing his ears. Should I go back? No. I look back and see TJ covering his face. Maybe she could just be having some psychotic episode. Or maybe she just had to piss. I don't think so. Did you see the way she looked at me? She was probably just on something, isn't everyone? No, she doesn't do stuff like that. I think she does, Leo. I think she does. Well, maybe she does. You never know with people. Again, Leo doesn't say anything. Neither does anyone else. We don't go back. Fucking told ya. Leo stabs the doorbell again, frustration etched across his face. I shift the bag I'm carrying around in my paws, trying to look through the frosted glass on the sides of the door. Nah, it's just normal. Okay. That's okay. Maybe he's getting high? He should still be able to hear. I mean, maybe he doesn't want to. TJ holds up his phone. He's not answering his phone either. Leo knocks on the door hard, his biceps bulging. Carl is a baby. Me laugh. Well, I guess breaking the door might get us inside. Leo stands back, paws on his waist, and he takes a deep breath. He's determined. And I guess he should be, considering he set all of this up. We should have just told him to meet us at the diner or something. Do they lock their windows? What? Leo growls. Oh my god, Leo is a very sane person. Let's just break into my friend's place because I planned a surprise party for him and he doesn't answer the door. How dare he not awake for a surprise birthday party 2 months prior to his actual birthday, yeah. Jenna gotta agree to that. This is why I hate her. It's not like we are breaking in. Yes, it is! You're fucking breaking and entering, Leo! And TJ's ears pinned back, a frown on his face. Yeah, he fucking is. The wolf puts a paw on his forehead, closing his eyes. Sorry, but I think he's just asleep and it shouldn't be too hard to get in there and wake him up. Leo, you have a gun. What do you think happens if Carl also owns a gun? I look over at the side of the house and see a window well. Like, this is how people fucking die. I point at it. Jace, what about that? Too small. I could probably fit. She hops off. Wait. Jenna? Jenna is breaking and entering? Wait, there's a security sticker here. Well, you gotta arm it first, and Carl is such a lazy ass, I know he didn't. No hole is too small for Chase. Huh. I believe. Besides, if we set it off, we can't just run. It's not like they'll show up anytime soon. Or instead of acting like criminals, we can't just stay until the cops show up. She knows us. Jenna hesitates and pushes at the window again, but it doesn't budge. Locked. Let's try this one above it. It's too high. I'll boost you up. Echo dumps something into the water, making the echo crazy. Remixes, yeah. I'll boost you up. I think it's a little far. Leo ignores him and stands next to the window before making a platform for Jenna's foot with his paws. Steadying herself with her paws against the wall of the house, Leo easily lifts Jenna up and manages to grab the ledge. Fucking hell, this is so fucking stupid. Skaven, I mean Nori, probably feeling super uncomfortable right now. Why? He feels really cozy. Flynn mutters next to me, but I make a point of not looking over at him. I feel for Leo. He worked hard to make this happen and everyone is giving him a hard time over it. Jenna pushes against the window and it glides open easily. Yes! Now I'm gonna boost you all the way up. Hold on. Hey, Downey, what's up? Careful. Like there's some kind of cheerleading duo, Leo shoves Jenna all the way up with one paw and she disappears through the window. Her bush tail is the last thing we see until she pokes her head back through. Just go inside from the back door. If the back door isn't locked. Kitchen. I fell in the sink. Great, now unlock the door. She disappears again and we make our way back to the front door. Leo, you're fucking crazy. If you don't shut your mouth, your fucking mouth, Flynn, I'll kick you right in your vagina. Sound good? Jesus, Leo. Congrats, you can break into places. That is not something you should brag about, though. Yeah, it's breaking and entering. It's not a good thing to do. Jesus, calm your... Leo turns on him, one foot in front of the other. Flynn shuts up, then... And me and TJ are left to shift around uncomfortable on the porch. Jesus. Those two at one point will throw down. Flint and Leo. Flynn and Leo will just throw hands. Flynn trying to protect his baby boy close friend. Privacy. Finally, we hear the door rattling and it opens. Called his name, but he didn't answer. Well, he's gotta be here. It's not like he can go anywhere. Or would want to. Carl's house is as massive and immaculate as I remember it. It is a mansion after all. Are Carl's parents rich or some shit? Probably. I'm surprised Flint doesn't have the house key. There are a few bolts and wrappers lying around on the marble counters. I assume that's because Carl's parents aren't here to tell him not to be a slob. Flynn immediately heads up the stairs. Yo, Carl! I set the bag down on the table and TJ sets the cake there too. I look over at him. You alright? Yeah, why? Just asking, how was your hike with Jenna? Alright, I wish you were there though. Yeah, me too. I might go again in a day or two, if you'd like. Sure, why not? I promised myself that wasn't an empty promise, but it was. Well, he isn't in his room. Flynn actually looking a little worried now. Maybe he went for a walk? Carl walking in this weather? Hell no. Does he have any other friends? Maybe he went out somewhere? I don't think so. Well, let's just do a sweep. It's big. It's a big place. There's probably a murderer living here somewhere that got a hold of Carl and is now killing him down in the basement or something. Flynn heads back upstairs and Leo head for the downstairs. I read an article. I don't know if that's true, but I read an article about a homeless person, and he lived like in a mansion for like months, and people. I'm sorry, but I can't do it anymore. It's fine. If you need to sleep, go to sleep. And he left. And he lived in that mansion for like weeks or even months. And the owners didn't notice it. Flynn heads back upstairs and Leo heads for the downstairs with Jenna. TJ looks around the kitchen and moves over to the living room, checking the couches. I decided to head out back, if not just to get away from the others, since things feel unusually tense between us today. As I step outside into the backyard, I'm a little surprised. It's a little different from when I was last here. Collapse. Angel Dog, good night. Take care. I won't go too long. The play set is gone and it's so massive. Look, I'm hungry, sleepy and exhausted. My neck's sore. Just want to rest. Well, then do it. This is about 2:30 into the stream. It is exactly 2:30 into the stream. Eat something and rest. Exactly. The playset is gone, and so is the massive trampoline they used to have. The biggest shock, though, is seeing that the huge treehouse that used to sit in the old orc is gone. Boo, gotcha, screwed me. Oh no! What did you pull? Or what didn't you pull? I stand there for a moment, feeling a vague sense of loss. Sadly, no, I must follow till the very end of Echo. No, you have to go to bed, Angel Dog. If you say you can't do it anymore, please go to bed. I'm serious. Well, at least eat something. Time moves so fucking fast. After a while, I remember why I'm here and look back around again. No Carl, of course, but I start walking around anyway. Looking behind bushes, even though I know it's stupid. While I felt for Leo, I could still see why Flint was coming from. It would have been way better idea to warn Carl, or just meet up somewhere else. Leo just gets carried away a little when he has his heart set on something. He probably had the whole scene planned out in his head before we even got here. Paid 1 banner out of 3 chance of getting what I wanted. Didn't get it. Also got the worst of the 3. Oh no. It's 2:30. What I could possibly make to eat. Anything you want? You got bread, butter, bananas, mangoes. He's been working really hard to make this trip interesting for all of us. I think it's our fault. More than anything, nothing works out. Flynn's a dick, Carl doesn't care. Jenna's also kind of being a dick, and TJ's always into stuff that none of us are. And I'm just boring. Then stop being boring, take charge. I don't know. Bunch of powder. As I round the corner of the house, I'm surprised to see Flynn standing there. Coffee, I don't know. We must have come out the front door. Oh hey Flynn, I thought you went upstairs. Flynn doesn't seem surprised at all to find me out here, which makes me think he was looking for me. I did. Wasn't there, so I thought I'd look outside. Well, he's not in the back, so... I don't know why, but Flynn is making me feel awkward as hell. Something wrong? Flynn folds his arm and leans up against the house. Well, Carl's missing, so I guess that's a problem, huh? Oh, yeah? I try to think of something to say. Well, I'm sure he's hiding somewhere. Or maybe he's out at the diner. Probably just got tired of being stuck in his own house. Yeah? Flynn is being a great friend, in my opinion. He's worried. I will give him that. He is worried, and he seems to be genuine about it. He straightens up again and steps forward. And I don't know why, but I take a step back. You were hanging out with Leo yesterday, right? Yeah, for a little while. You spent the night there? I pause for a second to give him a hint that I'm not exactly okay with him prying like this, but I answer anyway. Now I got back to the motel at like 3. You can chew on some ice for the time being right now. I'm sorry I can't help much beyond. Yeah, it's... Huh? Yeah? I stare to turn back around. Hey, why don't we check the chase? He's got the same tone as a disappointed parent, and that kind of pisses me off. I turn back around. What? You realize what you're doing is stupid, right? Excuse me? Getting back with him during fucking spring break. Pretty stupid, right? I had a feeling that's where this was going, and now that I know for sure, I'm definitely pissed off. There's no eggs for omelette either. It seems like Angel Dog has nothing at home at the moment. Now is that any of your business? How is it not? You two seem to be pretty okay with making it our business, right? No. He sneers at me. Cuddling up at the lake where our friend died is pretty messed up, isn't it? What? I saw you two, I know you did it. So what? What does that have to do with Sydney? Can't cook midnight, family wake up is trouble. If I hold down the tube button on the microwave, it usually silences it. I guess I just find it weird that you'd stir up your old flame on what's practically a grave. What the hell are you talking about? Feelings change from anger to bewilderment. I didn't know that he was... I did know what he was talking about, I just didn't know why. Well, since it's all out in the open now, why not talk about it? You're the one that put it out in the open. In the worst way possible, by the way. His sneer disappears. I just don't get why you are connecting those two things. We weren't even talking about Sydney. How? What else does that lake make you think of? I'm at a loss for words, totally confused. This is Flynn. I never talked about Sydney with him after it happened. I was scared. Well, I don't think of it as his grave or anything. Oh, really? It's just a fucking lake to you then, huh? He didn't die there, Flynn. It was in the hospital. Sydney, my beloved. It might as well have been there, right? I swallow hard, wanting desperately to get back inside. Let's not talk about this right now. Oh, I guess I was confused. Everyone's been telling me that I need to talk about it. Well, it's not like this. Not just me. We should all be together if we want to have this talk. I turn around, making it clear that I am leaving. Look, Sydney and Bronson, still forever Echo characters I love. Wait. The change of tone in his voice makes me turn around. It's soft, almost pleading. I'm not used to her Flynn talking like this. I'm just trying to look out for you, Chase. He's not. I feel some of that anger returning. He's not what? Well, he's not exactly a stable guy, is he? Well, I can safely say yes, he's not fucking stable at all. I laugh. And you are? He dips his head and I can tell he's embarrassed, even though he doesn't have the ears to tell me so. And not just you, all of us. We are all a little fucking crazy, aren't we? Flynn smiles a little bit. Well, that's what happens when you live in Echo. That's what all the kids at school said. Flynn frowns again. Listen, I'm looking out for you. He's just... I sigh loudly and cover my face with a paw for a second. I was hoping I'd be able to change the subject, but we are back at Leo. I'm surprised when I lower my paw and Flynn is just a few feet away. Flynn, just drop it. It's none of your business. His gaze hardens. I think it is when I see a friend taking advantage of another friend. Taking advantage of me? Yeah, he has been since you were fucking 15. I immediately know what he's implying. Fuck off, Flynn, you're acting like my fucking He takes another step forward and I back away, but he angles it so I'm pressed against the house. I get the urge to run away, but I feel like doing that would only affirm how much this has escalated. If Echo Game exists in Echo World, Leo would low-key replay his own route just to see Chase. He would black also, yeah, definitely. He leans down to my height. Like playing with fire, huh? You've seen it in his eyes. He's fucking crazy. He pokes me in the chest to emphasize his words. Crazy? Kind of like you are right now? Flynn pulls away, straightening his back but still looking down at me. Yeah? Well, maybe I am. That awkward silence stretches out, seems to go on and on until... You know what? I think... Chase! Both of our muscles flick in the direction of Leo's voice, mine to the right, Flynn's to the left. Leo stands there, ears perked forward, though this expression seems neutral. I wonder how long he's been standing there. I can tell Flynn is wondering the same. Any sign of him? Oh, no. I slide out from under Flynn, making my way towards Leo. Flynn is my new LGBT flag. I checked the back, but I didn't see him anywhere. Leo doesn't seem to look at me, staring over the top of my head. I look and see Flynn staring back, his shoulders still tensed. That's when I feel Leo's heavy, strong arm drape over my shoulder. Flynn's eyes narrow. Let's get back inside, then. As Leo leads me away, I get the feeling that he's still staring Flynn down, even though I don't look up to check. Flynn needs to work the fuck out so he can slap this wolf around. I'm getting worried. No shit, Carl just doesn't disappear from his house like this. He doesn't even have anywhere to go. Calm down. He could be anywhere. He has more friends than just us. Chase for once thinks with the upper hand, the one on your neck. The fact that he isn't answering his phone is kinda fucking suspicious. Leo holds up his paw. You know he forgets to charge his phone sometimes. Flynn is getting more and more frustrated, starting to pace around the living room. He never goes out with other friends, that's the problem. Listen, maybe we should just wait. You all can wait here. I'm going to find him. Flynn makes for the door, and before anyone can say anything, he's slamming it shut behind him. We sit in silence for a while, staring at the door. Flynn just took off, though. Leo lets his breath out in a long sigh, rubbing his face. Alright, let's think. Where else does Carl have to go? This reminds me of a funny art of Leo, Chase, and Flynn posing to make heart-shaped with their arms together, and behind Chase, back Flynn is making another heart with Leo. The comic book shop? Leo looks at me for a second. Maybe if someone else gave him a ride. But like Flynn said, does he have anyone else for that to do that for him? Well, if you guys are going to do that, then I'll probably stay here in case he comes back. Yeah, and then we can keep looking. Sounds good. Leo pulls his key out of his pockets and then looks back at me. Coming with me, Chase? Yeah. I follow Leo out the door, actually starting to feel worried about Carl. Yawn. We walk around the mall for an hour, checking the food court in every shop we pass. It's clear that this idea was pretty hopeless from the beginning. Jenna lets us know Carl hasn't showed up at the house either, and that they are heading back to the motel. Finally, Leo and I call it quits and head back to his house before walking to the diner for dinner. So, where do you think he went? That's actually interesting. I'm into this mystery where Carl is. Because like they say, Carl is a fucking slob. He never leaves the house. They should have actually found him. Leo hunched over and elbows on the table, his chin on his paw, staring out the window. Dunno. Do you think we should call someone? Like the cops? Not yet, he's an adult, so they won't really look into it until it's been days. That is one of the most fucked things in the US system. And what I don't understand, like, if 5 people tell the cops, look, this guy never leaves the house, something is wrong, why do you have to wait for days? Hint, it starts with B and ends with T. I don't know. I'll find out. I don't even want to think about it. I glance back over towards the kitchen area, watching a very tired-looking Chinese gather up plates before taking them back. Wait, Chinese is a waitress in this fucking... I couldn't eat at that diner anymore after what Chinese just did in the desert. With how rich Carl is, you know, that's a problem. Yes. I was just pretty much mortified when I realized she was here and about to take our order. Mostly because I was embarrassed for her. She didn't really say anything though. Just took our order and left. I examined my milkshake closely. Though. For what I'm not sure. I'm not too worried though. He's been under a lot of stress and probably just wanted to leave town for a while. But who would he do that with? And why wouldn't he tell us? Just about Carl being rich. The question really is here, Wildfire. Does he have access to these riches that his parents have? Because he's not rich, his parents are. Does he have access to that wealth? And can he use it properly? I don't think there's any option at this point, yes. Leo sips on his milkshake and waits. He kinda does, okay. Leo sips on his milkshakes and I wait for him to finish. I guess things really have changed. Yeah? I rest my chin on my palm, meeting his eyes so he knows I'm listening. It's the whole thing that's clarified in his read. Okay. But we are doing Jenna next, and then we are doing Carl, so... yeah. Then TJ, and then Flynn. I think that's the order I'm gonna play in. Carl probably just feels the same way. I don't think so. Flynn usually being that way, right? Not like that. Like the way he was talking to you earlier. So I heard. Guess you were right. I should have just left shit alone. We all used to fit together so well, but now we've all changed. And it's like we're bending ourselves to fit again. I guess that's just life, right? Leo grunts and keeps staring at the window. It's clear how much he wanted this all to work out. To give us the opportunity for one last hurrah before we separated for good. It's almost 3 hours now, Angel Dog. And now I'm actually pretty angry at myself and the others. This is our last chance to really say our goodbyes. And it's like we don't care at all. Jenna and TJ are off doing their own thing. Carl's getting lost and probably high. And Flynn's being Flynn. I lean forward, then grinning. You know, I'm really happy you planned all of this. Slowly, Leo shifts his attention from the sunset to my face. I smile widely for him. This is the most fun I've had all year, even though everyone is acting like a dick. I dip my head self-consciously, including me. I know, but this whole thing has reminded me about a lot of good things on this town. And even though things have been kind of shitty, I think it's a good note to leave off on. Leo raises his brows. Because weren't things always shitty? It's part of the experience. Leo stares back. Leo stares at me for a long time and I feel my grin starts to fade. But then he reaches forward and rubs a thumb up my nose. I blink in surprise and he shows me the smear white on his thumb pad. Sorry. It was hard to take you seriously looking like a cokehead. Oh. He grins and licks his thumb. I blush and grab a napkin and wipe it from my face, but Leo rests a paw on my arm. I just realized we didn't even see yet. Orco probably play, not counting break time. Leo routes sure are long. That's how it is. But seriously, thanks for trying at least. Leo looks like he's about to say something else, hesitates, then opens his muscle again. Cute. Leo looks up to find a lanky, patchy, ugly, ring-tailed cat staring down at us with beady black eyes. Jesus Christ, that dude looks fucked up. He's on something. He's a meth head. I think we saw a hint of him. Nightmare, but yeah. Alright, him. Clint. I don't know if you knew, but there's a lot of other people in here trying to enjoy their meal. Clint puts a paw down on the edge of the table, leaning in. Finally, we meet Dave. His name is Clint, not Dave. Could you try not to ruin it for us? He grins at me, showing me just how many teeth he's missing. Guess he graduated from huffing paint since the last time I saw him. The hell are you doing here, Chase? Didn't you dump his fat ass? I grimace. I can't tell if he's joking or not. Or if he's just the same asshole as I remember him as. I haven't talked to him in years. Well, kinda looks like you dumped your own ass, Clint. What happened to you? I can't see Clint brains work out as he digests what I said, deciding whether or not he should be offended. Can also see his tail twitching behind him, and it's patchy too, leaving some parts of it bald, like a rat's tail. Nori! He said rat, it's Nori. Actually, Clint, you're right. You're all trying to eat, but there's a smelly, ugly, ring-tailed skeleton ruining it for us. Clint flicks his attention from me to Leo, who smiles sweetly at him. Mind doing us all a favor and getting the fuck out? Clint leans in low on the table, putting his face up next to Leo. Leo keeps a straight face, and I'm impressed because I can smell the stench of Clint's breath even from here. That dude must smell like a garbage can. Think you're funny, Beaner? Oh. Here we go. It's Spick. You're trying to make me mad, you might as well do it right, eh? Leo takes a sip from his milkshake nonchalantly while Clint grapes at him. His brain, which I imagine is Swiss cheese at this point, tries to come up with some kind of retort. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, well, I'd like you to do the same, but you've got a sister at home. Oh my god, that burn! Holy shit! Clint moves fast, swinging a fist up and around towards Leo's jaw. Leo's ready for him and lunges to the side. Through the fist, still glances the side of his face. He grabs Clint's arm, yanks him down onto the table, which knocks over the milkshake and sends him splashing into my lap. I gasp and stand up and move to the side of the table while Leo starts to rub Clint's face into the mess, smashing him into the table a few times. Stop it! Oh, it's pissed Jenny's. Look at her. You just pissed into the desert. I will not take you seriously at all, Janice. Sorry. I jump as Janice shouts right next to me. Oh, Janice, bright changed since I last saw. Leo hears her too, and turns around while I'm holding Clint down. The dead look is still in her eyes and the fur on her face is matted, like she'd been crying a lot but hadn't washed since. I'm not going to deal with this today, Leo. You know Clint started it. Leo's ears are flat as he looks at Janice, clearly thrown off. Underneath him, Clint snarls and thrashes. How long did you last play it? Maybe a year ago or two. It's been a while. Am I gonna have to get the taser from the back? Slowly, Leo backs off Clint, who immediately shoves himself off the table. I can see Leo prepare himself in case Clint takes another swing, but he doesn't even look at him. His already dirty tank top smeared brown from the milkshake. He stumbles to the door and disappears outside. And clean up your fucking mess before you leave. With that, the old coyote turns and stalks off to the back. She leaves me and Leo to stare at each other before we ruefully wipe up the spilled milkshake with brown napkins. There are only 2 other patrons in the diner with us, a skunk and a jackrabbit, but I can feel their eyes on us the whole time, and it only adds to the embarrassment. What do you think her problem is? I ask Leo under my breath as we come back from tossing the ball of wet napkins into the trash. He just shrugs though, and I follow him quietly out of the diner into the late afternoon light outside. We talk in silence for a while, with me walking awkwardly because my soaked and sticky pants are incredibly uncomfortable on my thighs. You could also, get rid of those pants. I bet Leo would like that. I think about staying behind at the motel, but I feel like that would be a dick move after what Leo been through today. I bet he hopes it was a different kind of sticky, yeah. As we walk back, Leo takes a detour, stopping at a convenience store. The fight has made it a little awkward between us, so I just shove my paws into my pocket and follow Leo. We go to the back, where he grabs a 12-pack. He doesn't say anything to me either, as he makes his way to the front to pay. Is it okay to pause the orc? I'll pause in a second. Finally, when we back outside, he nudges me in the direction behind the convenience store. Let's sit. I lead the way because we've done this dozens of times before. We step off the asphalt and sit down a little ways into the brush where Leo pulls me up onto a boulder. Okay. We did it! Yes. We are going back to the title. Alright, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. And I'll be back next week with more games, and especially on Saturday with more Echo. So you all take very good care of yourselves, and we talk soon. Take care, everyone. Thank you for attending, and I say bye-bye.